So during our little break here, during our little 5 time, he asked where Vanity was.
Are you really gonna go into this?
And Vanity's dead.
You know what?
Step into my office! You're fired. All right, so our top 5 this week is the top 5 animated movies of all time.
All right.
Voted by you guys. Tanks, go first.
All right, so for this particular category, we're not limited by it being an American-made animated film. It's
animated, period.
It could be Japanese, so anime counts. It could be Christian, religious animated film. Anything that's animated does count for this. So, my top 5, starting with number 5, Wreck-It Ralph.
That's interesting.
It's on the new side. You know, a lot of times people feel like the all-time great ones are all the ones that were made back from Disney in the 80s or something that touched people throughout their whole lives. I think this one made such of an impact for what it was. It referenced the old as long as setting up new characters for this age for kids to grow up with, even though it hasn't gotten a sequel yet.
Well, it's been announced. It's been announced.
But I think it was an impactful movie, and I think it was a breath of fresh air for animation altogether.
Yeah, it was an original idea. No, no sequels or anything like that. It was an original idea. So yeah,
it brought back references to old arcades. So
yeah,
and
absolutely.
It was something that was great for what it was, and I think it did a great job. And it's my number 5. All right. So number 4. This is when we go back to the I guess not 80s, early 90s, maybe 80s. Aladdin. I love Aladdin, and he should be actually higher on my list, but I had some other ones that I thought beat it.
Joe, right?
Obviously because of Robin Williams' performance as a genie, but the songs in the movie, I mean, some of the most iconic Disney songs.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just like how we done in a lot of Disney films where it was, White Princess, White Prince, and the same old story.
They didn't whitewash it.
They didn't whitewash this one. Everything was Middle Eastern.
Or did they? Robin Williams is
As a genie,
white.
but he's blue.
No, but he played the.
He was the whitest blue person that you've ever made.
No, he was the salesman.
He was the salesman.
Dead Sea Tupperware.
Oh, that was a gag.
I'm kidding. Okay.
But anyway, so Aladdin has some of the best and memorable songs, and like I said, it was the first time Disney had actually got out and everything referencing white people. Sorry.
He said that. I did not say that. Show me your password.
Number 3. Speaking of white people, Toy Story. Toy Story, the franchise itself, I wish I could have put the whole franchise down for my number 3 because every movie that's been in the whole Toy Story franchise has been a great film. But it all started with the original one of Toy Story where we got to beat Buzz Lightyear and...
That's what started the whole computer generated...
Yeah, that's what put Pixar on the map.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
1995.
That film and, Pixar has taken off ever since. It showed their creativity with this particular film and everybody had toys like this when they were younger. Mm-hmm. So this film not only appealed to kids, but even adults who remember playing with toys like this as a kid. So, and wishing that their toys actually talked, or did they talk when we weren't looking? Number 2, because this always has to be on my list. Transformers. I knew it. You got the touch. I am a Lion fan because of that movie.
You mean not Mark Wahlberg and Boogie Nights when he's singing it?
I love that part in Boogie Nights because he sang that song. But this film, as a Transformer fan, I mean, it was everything that you wanted watching the series, reading the comic books. A full-length feature film that was serious. It wasn't something that was kind of like, oh, we're gonna cheese it out for little kids. No, they swore in the film. It was the first time I heard "damn" in a cartoon, and I was blown away. Ultra Magnus, you messed me up for a little bit.
Huh? He messed you up.
He messed me up for a little bit. But anyway, the film was iconic. Michael Bay has yet to improve on what was done in that original animated film. All right.
He's trying.
And my number 1.
What is it?
Lion King.
Lion King. That's a good one.
Lion King. I mean, we were just talking about iconic songs with Aladdin, but can't get more iconic than Lion King. And we brought in James Earl Jones into the movie. It was like, man, he made you feel like, man, that's a king lion right there.
More noteworthy than that is that his wife and him are King Joffrey Joffer, parents of Eddie Murphy in Coming to America.
Oh yeah.
Those two are.
But that has nothing to do with Lion King. But the voice talent that we had in there, we had like Cheech Marin, and we had Whoopi Goldberg,
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, exactly. Just the characters that were in it. You know, the Scar character. Everybody that
Jeremy Irons was excellent as Scar. But even then, Ernie Sabella, who played the pig. Pumbaa, and then Nathan Lane did really good as Timon too. So he had some really good voice.
Yeah, so all the voice work in it was great. Everybody was perfectly cast for that film, and they've yet to improve on it. And they've done tons of sequels for The Lion King, but that one is the one that nobody forgets. You show it to your children, and no matter how old this film gets, it's iconic. It's one of the very much classics of Disney. So
I am absolutely shocked that you did not put Akira in your top 5.
We will mention that one later.
Alrighty then. Well, my number 5, actually, I'm gonna start it with it's an old school one, but I'm gonna start it with Heavy Metal.
Wow.
Now you want to talk about the first time I ever heard a cartoon cuss?
Well, yeah, a lot of things.
They did a lot of things in that movie, and it was freaking amazing. The music was great. Some of the animated scenes. I mean, the animated graphic and all the graphic scenes on there were freaking awesome, man. I mean, that was back in the 80s, in the freaking 80s. But it was so good. So that's definitely my number 5. Number 4 is Monsters Inc. Okay. I just love that movie. The chemistry between John Goodman and Billy Crystal is awesome. Monsters University is also great. But that one just sticks out. I could watch that movie over and over again. And because I have a son, I do watch it over and over again. All right. Number 3.
Go through this all the time.
Number 3 is Transformers the movie.
I see. Give me crap. It is on my list. Of course.
Oh no, absolutely. I love it. It was amazing, and you're right. It was. I didn't know Spike could say shit. Yes, he did! I almost forgot. And they always edit that. You have to find it like on VHS or something like that.
I have it on VHS.
Yeah. So you cannot watch that movie the same if you've seen it back in the day, because I saw it in the theater when he said that word, and it was like, what? it was awesome. So I absolutely love Transformers the movie. Number 2 is Spawn. I had to pick Spawn.
He made a mention about something that was going to be on this list.
Yeah, well, no, it's more than that, but the animated Spawn is just, man, it is so dark and graphic and just amazing animation. Amazing animation.
Does it count as a movie, though?
Yes, it does, because on the disc, it's a 2-hour runtime. 2-hour runtime. I think on HBO when it came out and it was separated, I think it was like 30 minutes. Okay. It wasn't an hour, so it was like 2 hours and change, something like that. But it was when you put on that disc. It's like it's nonstop. It's amazing. Okay. It's amazing, and it's kind of graphic. It's very disturbing at times, but you cannot, you can't shy away from how good the animation is.
No, I'm a Spawn fan. I love that. I love that series.
Now you're a fanatic, so tell me, was that Todd McFarlane that drew that?
No, he didn't do the animation, but he helped write some of the stories.
Yeah, it was just awesome. So that's my number 2, and my number 1 is also Aladdin. Number 1 is Aladdin, and because of the amount of freedom that Robin Williams was given to just completely let loose.
Basically, that was Robin Williams animated.
Yeah, basically, and the whole scenes when he's doing all the different celebrities. Jack Nicholson,
even though
Rodney Dangerfield,
they would have no reference.
Yeah, they would have no. Who are you doing? But it's just hilarious. He even threw Arsenio Hall in there. That's right. That's just freaking funny to me. Yeah, exactly. So that was Robin Williams at his best. It was just amazing, and when he passed, that was like one of the first. That and Doubtfire were like 2 first that I thought of.
Which is why they should never remake this.
They should never remake Aladdin. Absolutely not. So. Awesome movie. And honorable mentions. Okay, now this is the one I was talking about. I didn't even think about Spawn the way you thought about it. G.I. Joe Arise, Serpentor Arise.
Why don't you just call G.I. Joe the movie?
I was gonna say that, but Arise, Serpentor Arise.
No, that was a series.
I can't say that was a series because it's also one whole thing.
It's a series. G.I. Joe the movie, which would have been acceptable.
Yeah,
for the
G.I.
list.
Joe was good. G.I. Joe was good. Okay,
Been acceptable for the list.
Hercules for Aspen over there because James Woods was just absolutely amazing.
You know what?
He is so funny in that movie.
I wasn't that big into Hercules. I started to watch it later with my kids, and I started to get more of a fondness for the film, especially because I forgot about Beyonce doing what the little not the goddesses or the chicks that were singing the song.
Yeah, in the background.
Yeah, the little I want to call them background singers. They were the Dream Girls. But I was like, oh yeah, Beyonce does this whole thing, and I was like, and their little songs that they did, it kept you into it, and then watching him do the labors and stuff, and I was like, oh, you know what, I kind of like this film.
Yeah, and then another one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I figured you'd put that on your list.
Angry Birds. What? That movie was freaking hilarious.
I know. I talked about
I don't care what
doing
anybody
new
says.
stuff on a list.
Angry
That's
Birds
too
is
new.
funny.
That's too new
That
to be on
movie
this
is
list.
freaking hilarious. I love that movie.
I mean, if you want to put
And Monsters University also incredible.
I actually like Monster. Incredibles is a
Incredibles
really
is really good. So Fantastic Four, what it should be. Incredibles. Incredible
Yes,
Four.
it should be. Honorable mentions for me, since you already touched on some of the ones I was going to mention. But looking back, like you said, Akira is on there. Ghost in the Shell. We're looking at Japanese anime.
What about the old school, The Fist of the North Star? And Fire and Ice.
Oh my God, Fist of the North Star.
Fire and Ice.
Fist of the North Star. I'm surprised I didn't put that on my top 5. But Iron Giant. I used to watch that movie every single day when I worked at
Vin Diesel,
Blockbuster. God, I used to love that film. Kung Fu Panda. I love
Part
Kung Fu. No. First Kung Fu Panda. That's the best one. And South Park, the motion picture.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How about Batman Assault on Arkham? Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
That was
kind of sort of.
That was awesome. That was awesome too. There is one now, guys. It's on. It should be on YouTube if I remember watching it. If you ever have time, check out this one called Dot and the Kangaroo.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dot and the Kangaroo. It was an old school show that old school movie that they showed in HBO a long time ago. I mean, I was freaking like 10. I don't remember.
Back when HBO first actually got started.
Yeah, no, it was home box office, not
When it was
HBO.
home box
And the cable box was Rogers Cable for those of you in San Antonio. Anyway, but Dot and the Kangaroo was an awesome. It was actually a pretty nice little animated movie there. So check that out when you get a chance.
I have to look that up because I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, Terrence, take us home.
Okay. So today's top 5 is actually a really, really good one. So I'm expecting a lot of stuff from you guys in the comment section to tell me what your guys' top 5 animated films were. Or let us know what we missed on our list, because we actually gave a lot of honorable mentions, because I'm sure there's probably a ton more that's out there that could be considered somebody's top 5. So make sure you put them down below in the comments, and make sure you like, so we know that you like what we're doing here on the show. And as always, make sure you subscribe. If you already subscribed, tell some other people. Let them know what we're doing here. Subscribe so that way they get to know everything that we do on this show and for our channel. And you can become part of our community, because I forgot what I was going to say for a second. But that's all I got.
Shout outs to Angel and the boys at the GOAT podcast. Got some, always have some pretty good stuff, especially on Twitter. You guys check them out. They're awesome. They're doing this really great thing as far as a bracket of superheroes or superhero movies or something like that. Okay. They're fighting it. They're like kind of like March Madness type. Amazing idea, guys. Y'all keep up the good work.
Oh, actually, I have one shout out now because I just thought about it, because I just saw it on Facebook today. And hopefully if you guys are watching the show today or whenever this airs, congratulations to Sincere and Prince Solomon, because they just announced their engagement.
Hey, all right. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Watch that morning breath, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
For Aspen in the back, I'm Manny.
It's Aaron's.
And that was the goods.